Hey guys, Chrono, and I'm bringing to you today another awesome deck profile. This is from our duelist Matthew that comes to our locals. And go ahead and tell us a little bit about your deck. It's Crusadia, right?
Yeah, I use Crusadia. It is basically an OTK deck, and it does a lot of damage, like over 10,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
oh,
and
wow.
depending if you have the right cards in your hand, and it's just a crazy.
Okay, well, let's get into it. Show us some of the monsters.
All right, so the first monster you have, his name is Maximus. He is the breadwinner of this deck.
Okay.
He does the double battle damage to your link monster, which does do the OTK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 of him, of course, because you need him. Like, you just need him.
Okay.
Next one is Aboria. She protects your link monster, so if she's in the graveyard, because you're linking off, you're going to climb the link ladder, and she's in your graveyard, and your opponent activates like a trap hole.
Okay.
You can banish her from the graveyard, and it protects your link monster from being destroyed.
Awesome, awesome.
Another thing that these guys all have in common is they can special summon from your hand to where link monster points to, but that's once per turn, and we'll get that later in the combos. The next one is Reclusive. He is a destroyer, so he tributes himself, and he pops your opponent's card, but I don't use the effect. If I do, and if I'm in a pickle, that's what I'll use it for. But he's just beater. If you need to set him in defense, if you're going first, because this is a going second deck, he's a 2,000 defense beater. Not that people.
Oh wow, that's nice.
People swing into it. You just flip the face up, and you have a monster on the board to link off to next turn. The next one is Leonis, or Leonis. People.
Okay, no, that's fine.
People,
so 3 of those 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You want 3 each because you can climb the link ladder to link 3 with only 2 of these guys in your hand.
Okay.
They are really consistent.
Okay.
This guy, he's awesome because he does the piercing damage. So if your opponent has like Scapegoat, and you have this and him to the link 3, which points.
It's game.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
When I get to the field spell, you'll understand why too, because it's crazy.
Okay.
So yeah, he gives you your piercing damage.
Okay.
Draco, he is very important.
Okay.
When he gets special summoned to where link monster points to, he gets a Crusadia monster back to your hand.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's recycling.
Yeah, that's really good.
So whatever
that's from the grave?
Yes, from the grave.
From the grave, okay.
And except himself, of course, because, you know.
Yeah, so, which makes sense for balance issues.
So whatever you normal summon the first, and you have him, you just bring it right back to your hand to get to the link 3.
Awesome.
I run 3 Pankratrops. Because
I love that
removal,
card.
yes.
Yes, that card, because he special summons, right? If your opponent controls a monster?
Yep.
Okay, and then you can target himself to destroy and then a card.
Any card.
Yeah.
It's really good for, like, if your opponent runs Gojo Match, because Gojo Match against this, because these guys are different attributes, or if it's Rivalry, they're all different types.
I love this card. I'm trying to think how I can incorporate it in more decks.
Yeah,
it's really useful.
It's a really good staple.
Yeah.
And then I run the Kaiju engine.
Which makes sense. He's used this on me a lot, guys.
Yeah.
It really gets rid of problems.
Yeah. Because the link 3, he gains attack for everything it points to, so you want big monsters, you know?
Yeah. So you want to kaiju your opponent and have it to where it will point, your link monster will point to it. And we'll show that in the combos, guys.
Yeah. So I run 4. I'm wanting to run 6. We'll get into that later. I run 2 Crusadia World Legacy World Crowns.
How do you run that? What does this do?
Basically, it gives your link 3 2,000 extra, and if your opponent has a extra deck monster, you can tribute it, and it negates the extra deck monster.
Oh, nice. Oh, gosh. Okay, very useful card.
Yeah, and it also works really well with your link 3. Because, you'll see it when I get there.
Then we've got our hand traps.
I run 3 Effect Veilers. It's really good for when you go second and your opponent summons like a card that searches a monster. Just Effect Veiler and they're probably done.
That makes sense.
That's when you can swing into the monster when it's on your turn and basically kill them. I run 2 Ghost Ogres. I actually use this sometimes on when people have like Cyber Dragon Infinity out. When I bait them,
that stops it.
I bait them and then I destroy it.
Yeah, it's
really good. If you don't have a Kaiju, that's really good. And of course, you need to run those.
If you have the hand traps on the other side,
so you don't get hand trapped. You run those. I'm wanting to run a 3rd one now because it's now and some unlimited. So the one-ofs, some people run 2 or 3. With this, you only need to run 1 of each. Because your link 2 searches these.
Oh.
So you don't
it's an OTK deck, so
Yes.
you just need that one turn.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
And I think Draco actually gets it back to your hand if you need it.
Oh, nice.
So it's because it's a Crusadia card.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Makes sense. Okay.
Oh, also the power, it protects your monster from any card effects. So if you're going for an attack and your opponent has a back row and you want to OTK them, I would search this, and if they have a Mirror Force, I just activate it. They ain't gonna do anything.
Awesome.
The field spell is crazy because it gives your monster 500 attack, and they can attack all your monsters, or your opponent's monsters. So if they have Scapegoat and when that combo,
that's so broken.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so broken.
That is a lot. For the 1-ofs, I have a Monster Reborn.
Too good. It's just too good.
Especially if your opponent has like a really big monster in their graveyard, put it on your Link 3 and.
Absolutely.
Card destruction in case you brick, which is rare.
And that's nice to know. So it's that consistent.
Rhoda, because Aboria is a warrior, so there's that. And with the Kaiju engine interrupted. Yep. This is a dark hole with benefits, I call it.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you have this and you have 2 Crusadia monsters,
it's game.
Yeah, because you destroy it, you put a 33 beater on your side of the field, and Gamma Seal 22, and then when you get there, it's probably going to be over 10,000 damage.
That's super good.
Okay, so then I run 3 traps. I'm hoping to run 2 more of these guys because they're just great. It's really good for going first because you set it and then you activate it and it special summons to where your Link monster points to, and you can search a World Legacy card. Once I get to it, I want to get World Legacy Succession, and you can just search it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's a Monster Reborn +3.
Oh, that's just crazy.
And then this guy,
wow.
If you go first,
and you
have
their continuous traps. Yeah.
If you go first and you have like a Draco set and you want to get that Maximus, you activate it, tribute the Draco, and then you can special summon Maximus directly from your deck or your graveyard.
Awesome.
So it's really good to switch out, and these are my go first cards.
Okay.
So,
makes sense.
And then for the extra deck, I run 1 Link Rebo because sometimes you do run into it where you have 1 Crusadia monster in your hand and a Effect Veiler.
Effect Veiler, makes sense.
So what you do is you summon Effect Veiler, Link Rebo, and then since all Crusadia monsters special summon from your hand to where a Link monster points to, there's your Link 2.
Makes sense. Yep,
and you can,
play.
I have done it before, you can OTK with the Link 2 because he also gains attack to wherever he points to.
That's
so
awesome.
You'll see that. So that's just also, his effect, you tribute it.
Yeah, he's so good for protection.
So if going first, there's your option. I have Crusadia Sparta. I call her Sparta. But basically, if you have, I summon her only when I have power or the field spell in my hand because I don't need to search it.
Okay.
And I just move my opponent's monster, so if they have like a big beater in 1, 3, or 5, I can move it into 2 or 4, the monster zones, and that's when my Link 3 can use the card of their attack to its effect or its benefits.
Yes.
All right, so you have to run 3 of these guys. This is what the
this is how you make it. Yeah.
This guy is good. He's Link 1, so you just normal, and then Link 1 to him, and then you special from your hand to where he points to, and you search a monster. He's your monster search, so he's really good.
And it's super simple, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Just a normal.
When you see this combo, it's great, if you haven't seen it already. Here is the other Link 2. This guy is your terraforming / give me that spell I want.
So it's a +2.
Oh, yeah. And this guy you can also OTK with if you have Maximus set to it, and probably a 33 beater Kaiju, and they have like a low attack monster.
Okay.
Just annihilates because he gains attack to wherever he points to as well. So if you can't get that Link 3 and you have a Kaiju on their side of the field, you can probably OTK.
Okay.
Depending on what they have else in attack.
Okay.
And he just searches for your spells. And then here is the big boy himself, Equimax.
So good.
Oh yeah, this
card is just ridiculous. You get 2 zones to your side, and then the 1 to your opponents, which that's where the craziness happens.
So you can have a Kaiju, on their side, and then your side, and then Maximus. That is just.
And he's got built-in protection too. Is what he points to.
He's kind of like a decode. You can tribute a World Legacy or a Crusadia monster to negate any card effect.
Yeah, which is so good.
Yeah, so if they have like something that's gonna smack you, you can just tribute it and just get rid of it. If you don't have a Boya already or power. So it's this card. I ran through so many hand traps in one turn. Because I had a Boya, I had power, and I had this, and I had Called by the Grave. So
So
nothing
strong.
stopped me.
So strong.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any other parts to the extra deck?
Nope, that is it.
Okay.
That's a 15 card extra deck.
All right, so guys, we're going to go into some combos now. Pieces.
Okay, so this is just a sample, I guess, and I just did a random shuffle and seeing what I get. Okay, boom, link 3 right there.
Well, keep going.
Oh boy, and I get my 6th card. All right, this is really good. All right, so if you ever see Maximus in your hand, you normal summon that boy.
Okay.
He is, because you gotta have him for your link 3.
Okay.
So you normal summon. Then link 1. Oh, that's link 3. You link 1. He's in the grave. Not a problem. Because your good pal Draco, you special summon from your hand to where he points to. And then this is where it gets good. Chain link 1, chain link 2. If your opponent tries to ash the search, it's chain blocked. So they only ash that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because if they do ash that, you can just search for Maximus.
Okay, that's awesome.
No matter what they do. So he goes off first, you get Maximus back to your hand. And then him, you search. I already have a really good hand, so I'm just gonna search for probably another Arborea, just in case. Because this is Trickstars, so you never know. Then chain link, or you go into link 2. And since you want that protection in the graveyard, you special summon Arborea. His effect goes off. I don't have any of the spells I want, so he has 1 back row. I'm cautious about it, so I'm gonna get power and just hold on to it.
Okay.
This is really good if you're gonna pass turn 2, because you just set, so that's not a good way going first. All right, so you use these 2 to go to link 3. Now, Arborea is in your graveyard. You want to remember that just in case he gets popped or attempts to be popped, because that's protection right there. Then you special summon him, because you haven't special summoned him to where link monster points to at all this turn, so boom. And then these are the 2 that just work really good together, especially if they have that, scapegoat, if that's a scapegoat,
Right.
So he gains attack to everything he points to, so that is automatically 36 from him, and then 48.
Oh,
so he's at
wow.
48. So if you activate double battle damage and piercing damage, and you swing into that, that is a lot.
Let's activate the face down. So what's the face down there? So notice it's a blazing mirror force. What could you do for protection?
Well, I'm just gonna, actually, not to sacrifice my attack.
Because it's supposed to destroy the card and you take damage.
I'm going to activate Arborea's effect and banish it, and that just
stops it. Awesome.
And then the attack still goes through, and my opponent is dead.
And you can attack twice then, right?
I do not have the field spell up.
Oh,
so,
but if you did have the field spell, you would have been able to attack twice.
Only how many? If they had another monster, yeah.
Oh, if they have another.
But,
so I'd be very close to dead there, based on. Oh no, because it's double damage.
You'd be dead.
Yep, and that'd be it. Okay, let's show another combo piece now, guys. Okay, now we're going to show you guys what you can do if you go first.
Yeah, because honestly, after that, your opponent doesn't want you to go second, and I don't blame them. All right, so I just did the same thing. I'm going to randomly draw. Okay, there's 1, 2. Oh, link 3 already, and that's good because you want the negation. And there's power. That's already 2 protection. Okay, so that's also really good. So we're going to go ahead and build up to link 3 because that is the motive. You want to normal summon him, hit either Maximus or him, because he has a really good attack, so he beefs up your equal max, which is link 3. All right, so you're gonna. Oh, that is not link 1. I usually have it in order. My bad. All right, so link 1. Then you go.
And then that gets you your search, right?
Oh yeah. So this is all about protection right now, because you're going first. So you want to get Arborea. So yeah, your effect, and you search. There she is. Get it to your hand.
Then link 2.
Yep, link 2. Then you go into special summon her. And then now you're going to search for your field spell, because it also gives your monster a 500 attack. So it automatically is already hard to swing over. So then you're going to go into link 3, and remember she's in the graveyard. I like to, if she's like one of the first things I put, I like to put her aside, kind of. So
that you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Smart idea.
Yeah, because this isn't like a computer where it tells you want to activate this effect. All right, so then you want to special summon him. So automatically.
How does that happen?
His effect.
So
yeah.
So explain that.
His effect is you can special summon where this where a link monster points to, kind of like all Crusadia
Oh,
monsters.
like all the Crusadias.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, his effect is if your opponent activates a extra deck monster, you can just tribute itself and it negates that monster for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
So yeah, goodbye to infinity. So now you have this. You set that, and then with confidence you pass turn.
Okay.
Because now you have 3 negations.
Wow. So explain those.
One negation, because anything they do, you can tribute this and then negate it, or you can just tribute itself if they have a extra deck monster. If it gets destroyed or attempts to be, you can just banish that, or you can activate that and it's unaffected by card effects. But downside is it loses its 500 attack because that it's affecting it. Because this makes everything unaffected.
So that's the ideal board for turn 1.
And then if they can't do anything, you end. Or they end and you draw. Oh boy!
Oh, and
if
you
if they have a monster, you tribute it
and put it over on their side, and then
that gains 33.
Oh wow!
You may not kill them unless they have something really low right here. Then I mean, it does a lot of damage.
Absolutely.
And the funny thing is, this cannot attack.
Oh.
So even if you do destroy something and just pass turn, this can't do anything.
Because it's being pointed to by that. Wow. Okay, guys. So we're going to show you one more combo piece here, almost like an ideal one. So go ahead and show us what that would look like.
This is with Kaiju's. I chose this out of the hand because it's hard to draw into it. But if you have a Kaiju, it's all good. But this is what I wanted to showcase. All right. So this is probably the best hand you could ever have, mainly because of that. Because it's just going to destroy the opponent. All right. So we're going second. You draw the card. Cool. That's really good if you have to stop early. Alright, so if your opponent controls a monster, we use the Dark Hole with benefits, interrupt the Kaiju Slumber.
Okay.
Really good. It's important what you do after this because monster zones. So that gets destroyed right off the bat. Then you want to put your big beater, 33, and then
the low one.
Oh yeah, Gamma Seal.
Sea Turtle. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you gain it's not that much attack compared to a 3000, but you gotta remember that the lower it is, the more damage you actually do. And it's not really gonna matter what you put in front of him. He's just gonna get smacked. I don't know where my Gamma Seal is. We're just gonna put him there.
Okay.
Yeah, just 2 Kaijus.
Okay.
They go there. Then you're going to go with the link play. So normal summon like usual. Link 1. There he is. Now you want to make sure you put that there.
Put him right to the Kaiju.
Yep.
So you guys want the Kaiju to be right in where the extra link monster
also,
would be.
very important, if this is in your graveyard, if you had to pass turn early, and let's say they get rid of this, or something like that, you can banish this from your graveyard and add a Kaiju to your hand. So that's really good against a problematic card like Infinity or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So just remember you can do that effect. That's a secondary effect that some people don't realize. All right, so then we're going to use a good buddy Draco, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. And
then you get your search, right?
Yep, okay. You get him back first because that goes off first. You get him back in your hand because you're going to use him later. And then you search probably for Arborea, just in case your opponent has that removal or whatever. Yeah. And let's say, okay, so then you do that. Again, he gains attack. So if you have to, you can do that, but we're not going to. We're going to get there. All right, so let's say your opponent ashes that. Well, you got that's good. So you search, and we already have the field spell, so we're going to get power for that stoppage of anything they have against us. Put that to your hand. It's a better safe than sorry with this deck, honestly, because it takes so much resources to get to him. So then you special summon, and that right there is a whopping a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, especially even if they have something like a special summon after you destroy everything on the field,
it's over.
You just swing into that,
and it's done because it's double damage, and you get to attack twice.
And if they have, they're dead.
Okay. All right. Well, hey. Thank you so much, Matthew, for sharing that with us, and we look forward to your next deck profile.
All right, thanks.
For your next challenge,